Hello and welcome to episode 151 of TrustyHogs. Fresh off the excitement, the thrill, the anxiety, the roller coaster that was our quiz.
That I won.
Not Helen won. It's the TrustyHogs. I'm Catherine Bohart. She's Helen Bauer.
Yes.
And what is this podcast, Helen?
It is a podcast which hasn't been this way for the last 2 weeks, but in general, in general, our podcast is about us, what we're up to. I'm a stand-up comedian. Catherine's a stand-up comedian. We do gigs. We chat. We
Our
record
lives
it.
are perfect. We tell you all about them. Then you write in with your honestly frightening, upsetting problems.
You guys are fucked up.
And we give you some perfect advice. It's never wrong. Don't worry about it. It's certainly not conflicting.
Don't take the advice.
No,
it's
don't.
the main advice.
Unless it's mine.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
Helen, how's your week been?
I've been thriving, but can I just say, obviously I have, because I only did 5 days at the end of the Fringe. So my September bounce back this year compared to the previous years has been incredible.
That's so funny because you've already rang me to moan about how sick you are.
I did have a cold. I did. Okay, I had a cold for one day, but Sunil thinks I caught it on the bus. He's like, you take the bus too much.
You do take the bus a lot for
I
a woman.
love the bus.
Just for a woman who makes the money that you do, you take the bus a lot.
I love that. It's so convenient.
Yeah, fair play.
And then I can play Pokemon Go the entire journey.
I do like that you have phone reception on the bus.
It's so different.
Yeah.
But anyway, I bounced back. I had a cold. I cried on the phone about it with you.
Sure, yeah.
Was part of that because you were in bed and Ellen definitely didn't have a top on? Yes. It made the call more fun for me. Okay.
It did. She didn't
But,
have that one. Did you watch those videos she told you about the DIY girl?
No, I literally forgot as soon as I hung up the phone.
She's going to be gutted.
What is wrong with? Well, you got to
gonna be
remember,
gutted.
most of the call was you telling me that you and Ellen wanted to invite Sunil Patel into your bedroom.
No, that we
It
both
basically
separately
was.
fancy him. It's not a group invitation. Her name is... What is her name? That the ones that Ellen
It was like
watches?
Ellen and
Christ.
Catherine. I was like, oh, what are you guys doing? It was a Sunday, and I was like, oh, I'm sick. Like, what are you guys doing? And they were like,
Alexandra Gator, that's what she watches. She does studio makeovers and bedroom makeovers in Toronto. And I think Ellen probably fancies her because she watches all those videos, but she also just loves DIY.
it was like calling in to check on how your like gay best friends are doing, and the two of them are in bed watching videos of another woman doing DIY. And it's like, you guys going out in the sunshine today? No. She's got drills. She puts up bookshelves.
It was really cool. No, she actually has a man who does all the DIY
Shut
stuff.
up.
No, she can do some of it, but she mainly just bosses men around. It's pretty exciting.
That's kind of hot.
Yeah, and she makes these cute little slippers.
Wait, she makes slippers?
That's a separate side hustle.
And it's all in these videos.
Yeah.
YouTube is such a wonderful place.
Isn't it a weird world? But honestly, her stuff's great. It's really good. You really see what you can do with a tiny space, which is always heartening when you live in London.
London. Oh yeah, by the way, not to dox ourselves, but we live in London. Don't find us.
Don't follow us.
Do not find us on the
Don't
street.
come to our houses.
One of us is north of the
Stop
river, one
it.
of us is south of the river.
You'll never know which.
I'm south,
I hate
Catherine's
South
north.
London.
It's so obvious from the way we talk. Catherine,
Yes.
Catherine, please.
Please.
Shut your mouth for 10 seconds. And just, sorry, can we please
Can we please just shut
Can
Catherine's
we,
mouth
can
for
we
10
please
seconds?
shut Catherine's mouth? For, you know what, I'm going to say 20 seconds while I say you thrived this Fringe. And obviously we talked about the build up to it for so long. You have to let people know how it went.
It went fine.
It
Oh,
went
come on.
good.
It went fine.
Oh my, are you fucking joking right now?
Look, the thing is, first of all, I did 15 days. I did 22 shows. I did my own show 18 times. I did 2 podcast shows of the TrustyHogs, and I did 2 of my radio show whilst writing my radio show at the same time. So it was,
Horrendous.
for me, honestly, the busiest, hardest work Fringe I've done. I think I went out 2 nights, once for my birthday and once the last evening, and both times I was home well before 2, and both times I sat down for the entirety of my time out. But I also, it flew by. It honestly was like both the longest and the shortest time of my life. and I liked my show, and it made such a difference. And I'll tell you what, doing the Melbourne Comedy Festival, playing that show every single day to silence was like training in altitude, because when I got to the Monkey Barrel and people looked at me and smiled, laughed out their mouths, my God, it was honestly like, this is the most incredible feeling that's ever happened. So that was nice. Yes, and it went well, and I got some nice reviews, and I got... The thing is, though, right?
I knew you couldn't do it. You can't just enjoy it. You can't.
I think they're stupid.
I know you do.
I think they're stupid.
I know you think the awards are stupid.
I do. I don't think you can compare comedy or art or... Okay,
and this is exactly why art and comedy got taken out of the Olympics. But it did. It was in it until the 1900s.
Not comedy.
Not comedy, but it's still an art form, Andrew.
I think it's tricksy. I think, like, there are so many shows there that could be nominated,
but they weren't, because they were shitter than yours. Why can't we just enjoy things?
But the thing is, like, the day I got nominated, I watched Pierre Novelli's show.
No, the day you got nominated proves that everyone else's show was shit compared to the people that got nominated, and that's all that matters.
Imagine if I've ragged on the awards for so long, and then I was like, but now that I've been nominated, the system is perfect and nothing needs to change. No, listen, don't get me wrong. Having tried both, being nominated, a much more enjoyable experience than not being nominated.
It comes with its own stress, but it is
No, it doesn't.
Joy.
Sorry, I would say no, it doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, I have no time for people being like, oh, it's so stressful getting up for a photo shoot and being named one of the best shows.
Photo shoot, Oh, actually, yeah, maybe it was different for you. Just that sort of, I think the personal dynamics for some people can be quite tricky.
I think because I didn't get nominated onto my fourth show, people were actually, and this was the thing that I found very warming about it. Yeah. One was, my favorite thing about it was that it was a really nice excuse to thank the people who've helped me.
That's true.
It's like a really like easy, apropos of this, I get to say why I wouldn't be able to do this without you. Yes. The other like really cheering, sweet and warm thing was I was surprised by how many people got in touch to be like, congratulations, this is so nice. And that was really nice. And I think that probably was easier for me because I haven't been nominated before. So I think people were a bit like, oh, she's done enough of them that we can be happy for her. Do you know what I mean?
I've gotten happy either way. I think it just can be a bit tricky on the days when like
I didn't see anyone.
The rumours circulating about like certain people being nominated that like people can start like people start acting a bit bizarre, you know?
Yeah, I didn't see anyone really because I was so busy. The person I saw when I found out was Georgie, who's a much shorter woman than I, who's helped with all of my comedy shows.
Shout out, Georgie.
Lifted me up. That was pretty cool. We found out how superhuman strong she is. Yeah, no, definitely better than not being, and very lovely and very affirming, but that's what they want you to feel.
No, it's not. It's a gift you can give to everyone who you work with out here as well. It's a gift to say like, you're great at your job, you're great at your job. You get to look at the people who you worked with and be like, hey, we all did this.
But the thing about going to Pierre's show was so nice was because it was so like, oh yeah, there are like 100 shows at this festival that could be nominated because his show was perfection. Like, and I feel that way with the last 3 of his shows. I feel like any one of these could be nominated.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, a real shame that none of them have. And so you're just like, yeah, thank you so much to the people who were on the panel, but this is obviously like a very subjective taste, and it's those people's tastes.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast lost the Oscar to Silence of the Lambs. Like, nothing's perfect.
Yeah, that's crazy. Were they nominated?
1991 Best Picture.
Yeah. Have you seen the John Ronson documentary where he follows the critic going up to the Edinburgh Fringe?
Religiously.
It is amazing. I will find it.
How have you not seen this?
It's on YouTube.
It is all on YouTube.
What's it called?
I'm just about to find it.
Which critic?
It is
for a broadsheet.
It's called Critical Condition. And
is the name of his
sorry,
show.
I googled John Ronson Edinburgh Fringe, and the first suggestion was psychopath ?
Psychopath
The Financial Times critic Ian Shuttleworth. So he went up to the Fringe and did a show.
Who did?
Ian Shuttleworth.
Right.
It's a terrible show. He's clearly very. He thinks a lot of himself and his abilities.
Right.
And they go behind the scenes.
Are you the critic they followed, Andrew? Jesus Christ.
I would hate to have Andrew critique my show.
Fucking hell.
That was a very kind, if you actually watch the documentary, that was a very kind reading. They go behind the scenes of the panel discussing the best shows. And one of Ian's friends, who's another critic, is in the panel. And he's like, well, I thought Ian was bloody good. I thought it was really, you know, and because of that, he gets longlisted.
To be clear, I feel so grateful, and I don't want to be. I guess I just mean like, I think blindly being like, this system is perfect and nobody else deserves it would just make me feel icky.
I agree with that, and I do think every single year you're like, it's like, it is lush being nominated. It is a nice
Oh my
feeling.
God, are you kidding? It's so
But obviously,
nice. But in the same way that
there's
it's
a
nice.
lot of people where you're like, it would also have been lush for them, and their show was like arguably better than mine, right?
Yeah,
You can feel that with a lot of things. But it's also like, but I got lucky this year.
Yeah.
You know? And that's, it's still lovely. And also,
I think that
I know we spoke about it on the phone, but you just like, it is like there's other people that have been nominated alongside you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and exactly, and it's your whole team. And I think that the thing to say is that there's not luck involved putting yourself in a situation where you could be nominated. I think we all work really hard to put ourselves in that position, and I think I've put myself in that position. But I think then of who they choose, it's maybe a bit of luck.
It's everything, but you do have to watch this documentary, Catherine.
Yeah.
Critical Condition, can't wait to. Yeah. Don't mind if I do. And listen, it was really lovely. It was a real treat, and it was really nice to see Amie win. And it was like genuinely, I put a post up about it, but I mean truly, like Miss Congeniality won the main prize.
Yes!
Like everyone was like, yeah.
And you get a photo shoot.
I know. It's tough because.
What did you wear? I can't remember now.
Oh, I wore a Ellen stripy shirt and
That's it, like corporate business, like sexy.
I did go very lesbian business.
Lesbian business.
Do you get a tiny trophy as well, a little nominee
you
trophy?
get that's what I was gonna say.
That's
is you
so
get
cool.
to keep a miniature version of the trophy, which is actually so cool. And no, and also it feels a bit like a monkey off my back. I like having done it.
What?
A monkey off my back. You know, like a spectre on your shoulder? Nobody?
A spectre on my shoulder?
Like a thing that hangs over you. Okay. That's like, it's nice to have done.
Okay.
And not feel like I could never do it.
Okay.
Like, it's like
Never
nice.
heard that phrase before.
Really?
A monkey on my back.
Like on a
it's like a
striker.
pig in my shoe.
No, it's like an actual phrase. This is one of those things
It's like
that
a ghost in my wardrobe, am I right?
well, this really is like a thing that
Like a
people
leprechaun
say.
in my ear. Oh, it's just good to get it done.
It's like that, but I guess it's like what people do say.
Okay, but I've never heard it.
No, and then therefore it mustn't be real.
And also you've got to mention the best thing is the free breakfast.
You get free breakfast, and actually you get sausage sandwiches.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
And you've got to know at this point
Hello.
of Fringe, you're so broken. Like anyone offering you like sandwiches on a platter is just like, it's kind of emotional.
It really meaningfully is. You're just like, fuck yes.
What did you have?
I had veggie sausages in a wrap.
Lovely.
Delicious. In a bap.
Any sauces?
I didn't have time because my show was at 12 and the awards were at 11. So actually, speaking of the best agent in the world, Claire
Shout out Claire.
got me a sandwich and stuffed it into her pocket so I could eat it in the taxi on the way to my show. What a queen. What
That's
a fucking
amazing.
queen.
That's legendary.
Isn't that so nice?
But no sauces.
Well, I mean, she has a really nice jacket.
No,
I wouldn't
course.
expect you to put sauce in there.
What sauces does one put with a veggie?
Obviously,
sauce?
ideally, you'd have ketchup, but we didn't have time.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
everyone was bar hanging. You couldn't get to the sauces.
Yeah, that's true.
They were
Bar
blocking
hanging.
the.
Oh, Andrew came as one of my guests.
I
to
know
the
he did. I
awards.
think that's so lovely.
Wasn't
It is
it
really
nice?
sweet.
Wasn't it
It's
nice?
lush.
The spe-
So Catherine, big Fringe. I was so proud. You
Big
should have
Fringe.
seen me in London. Sunil was still like groggy and sleeping and not quite up yet, but like I saw you'd been nominated.
At 3:30.
Insane.
It was announced at 3:30.
Insane. The absolute sleeps on this man this summer is incredible. Or what I really think is happening is he's pretending to sleep
Right, yeah.
to like avoid
Just to have
me.
some alone time. Yeah.
But I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They've been nominated. And it turned out already knew because Nicola, Chris's partner, had like messaged saying, and then like apparently they must have found out or something. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Because you
But
find
the
it.
list was like, I mean, come on.
It-
Wasn't
first
that
of all,
the cutest list?
You find out an hour before it goes public.
Yeah.
And yeah, the list was heaven on earth. I got in a taxi because so I had to rush from the awards off with Chris Cantrell because his show was also on
Yes.
at 12:15.
Literally up the road.
So I got in a
from
taxi
you.
with him and his wife and my agent Claire.
Nicola.
And he was just blubbering in the cutest way. He just was so proud of Amie. And that is why I love that list. Because it was like just people, just legends supporting legends. It was so cute.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
It's also because there's not much where you get to be like, I'm proud, and I've made the people that work with me and put so much time and effort into me, I've made them proud as well. And it's so lovely to be like, it's more than this, but like that first time you get a sticker saying good work instead of just a tick on your homework.
I know, it really is. It does feel like an excellent sticker. You're like, what the hell? Or like a big VG in red pen. Oh,
but oh my God, the VG.
The VG.
Just to get that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My English teacher used to occasionally write nice underlined. Nice.
That feels so Irish.
Nice. Oh, come on. That's good gear. That's good gear. And a red inky pen. Oh.
I think you're amazing. And I think to do that on a year where your focus was incredibly split, as far as like doing the Radio 4 show, TLDR, alongside doing a show, like there was a lot going on. And it's it just shows how powerful you are. And do you remember... I'm not going to give the full context of this conversation because I feel like it's too private. Maybe in the Patreon episode. Remember at the end of July when we were talking about like, I feel like we both just need to like have a little bit more belief and take some risks, because sometimes like it's easy to do this in the careers in the arts, or anyone who's self-employed will understand this. Like you're scared of taking a risk because if it doesn't work off financially, you do pay for it. And also like sometimes like it can be a struggle to bounce back from things, or things go massively wrong. And also if you take a risk, then you're taking time out of something else that might be something that does earn you money. And it's sort of like we both said, like, I remember, oh my God, there's so much context to this, but like being like, next year I think it'd be amazing if we both did say like, fuck it, I'm taking a bit of a risk, because I feel like we've both figured out quite a lot recently.
We could back ourselves a bit more.
For sure. And I think we do sometimes play it a little bit like, I know this room, or I know this time, or like I know this, or so like going like, fuck it, I'm gonna go up a tall room size, or like, and just sort of being like, and if it doesn't sell out, I don't give a fuck. Because I tried.
Who cares what other people think?
Because I tried.
I am really, really, really proud of it, and proud of myself. And also like, it was a big year, a lot of stuff happened, moved agents, etc. And lots of stuff that felt like, oh God, this is big change. So it was a very nice clap on the back, and I feel very happy, if I'm honest.
And how are you celebrating? This is another thing that you've learned recently. You're taking another?
Oh yes, I'm going on holiday. When you said another, I immediately was overcome with guilt. I was like, when was my last one? Oh my God.
You took one earlier in the year.
Yeah, where did I go?
You're allowed to take a break.
I went to the cottage. I did go to the cottage. Yes. No, I'm
very
going
reasonable.
We are going on holiday. With the cottage became all work, so we are going.
You. But this time you're doing it again.
This time we're going, and we're going to Greece, and we can't work, and there's no jobs that are coming over it. Touch wood. And everything's just so nice, and I'm so excited. We're going to, it's just Elle and I, and we're going to a nice Greek island. I've never been to Greece. It's where my parents honeymooned, as you know, with the seedless grapes. Let's not go there again.
Fucking wild, man.
And then we
no, we have to go there again. Just quickly explain
just to be clear, my parents had their first seedless grape in Greece in 84.
So mental.
So I'm pretty excited to see what my first will be in Greece.
My mum saw her first dog in Malta in 1975.
Okay, fuck
no,
you,
she
man.
didn't.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I am really excited, and I haven't been on a sun holiday where you lie down in so
Greek?
long. God, no. But I bought a lot of SPF. I bought a lot of P20, my go-to sun holiday SPF.
I've seen that one in the boxes.
Yeah, oily bit of business, but it really covers you up for the day. Yeah, it's really exciting. And I'm just going to lie down and read a book. I'm actually going to read Pierre Novelli's book.
Yes.
And I'm going to reread Rose Cartwright's book, because The Maps We Carry, because it was too much to process the first time.
I got it.
And I'm excited.
Do you want to borrow anything? Any relaxation stuff?
I'm trying to think what I think I'm going to buy myself
colouring books.
Oh God, no. I'm well. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're famously not a well woman.
but I'm.
You're not, Catherine, just to be clear, you're
no,
doing really well, but you're not a
but I'm
well.
not. Well felt like an extreme. That was defensive.
You're
well
mentally.
Was like, you can't make me.
You're mentally unwell.
But I'm not.
Catherine.
No. I could never. If I were to do an equivalent of colouring, for me, it's knitting. Yes. But I haven't got any knit. I'd love to get.
Should we get you a little
needles.
little tapestry set, maybe?
Oh, that might be nice. Maybe I'll just get myself a pair of knitting needles. And
Do
some
it. Go
wool.
crafty.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I just can't wait to lie down, sleep, be in the sun. I'm gonna get so many freckles. I'm gonna swim. We're gonna go to the beach. I'm really excited. I
Is it-
actually feel so lucky to be going on holiday. Like so lucky.
Do you have
I'm
a
so
pool
excited.
or is it sea swimming?
I think there's a small pool where we're staying, and then but we'll go to the sea. I love to be in the ocean.
Oh my god.
It's my dream.
Do you have any of the inflatables?
No, that's not a thing we're worried about.
You should get
because-
one.
Oh
No, not the not water wings. I mean like a big
I didn't
unicorn.
think you meant water wings. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
No, I was with you. I wasn't. I can swim.
Pool noodles.
We didn't check on the website for that.
No.
As the first port of call.
You're gonna go on a banana boat.
Again, no, it's Kefalonia. It's where Captain Corelli's Mandolin was
Mandolin.
set. So maybe I'll read that.
Don't.
Oh,
It's good, but have you read it?
No.
I remember reading it years ago. I'd have to read it again because all I can remember, and this could be actually completely wrong now I'm saying it because maybe I didn't read it, but like, okay.
did you watch the Nicolas Cage film instead?
No, I haven't seen
Was
the
it Nicolas
film.
Cage? Did I imagine that?
I will find out.
But all I remember is like the opening chapter, and I remember thinking like, has someone swapped the book over with a different like cover? Because I got it from a charity shop. Is about a man, really clear details about a man who's got a bit deaf because he's got a pea in his ear. And the doctor comes over and says, you have to soak it in oil and leave your head in the sun outside of this window. And then he comes back the next day and he removes it because it's like floated up to this dry pea floated up to the surface. I remember thinking, this cannot be a love story. This cannot be right. But I think that is the opening chapters.
It is, and also is Nicolas Cage and Penelope Cruz.
Good for them. Good for them.
Stunning.
But is the opening chapter about someone who's like getting their hearing sorted?
Yeah. Also, there was a TV series, and the opening episode is titled "A Pea in the Ear."
Wow.
But it's
sorry,
like in
radio
detail.
series. But yeah.
I could get into that.
Because I remember thinking,
I think-
you can't have your head in the sun.
I
for
like
that
watching
long.
those videos where they pull things out of people's ears.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the spot ones; those are repulsive.
yeah,
but
I
I
love
like
those.
the ones where they pull the wax out.
With the Hoover.
Oh, I haven't really seen the Hoover. These have all been like almost like plucking utensils. Fabulous.
The one that's like,
fabulous.
if you push down on a spot, it would come up.
No, I don't like that.
No,
I
you
don't
don't
like
like
that. I
it, but
don't
like
like
the
that.
same
Yeah,
utensil.
yeah.
Have you ever gone to the doctor and asked if you needed it?
My ears are fine, thank you.
I asked.
Do you need it?
Last time I went, I was like, oh, just to check, is there anything in my ear? And she's like, oh, are you struggling with your hearing? And I was like, I don't know. Playing really coy.
You tell me.
And I was really hoping she'd look in it and be like, oh my God, you need an irrigation. No, she was
No.
like, there's nothing.
Yeah, I have
I was
had them check
livid.
recently because I had a sinus thing, and they're like, "No, ears are fine." And I was like,
Sucks,
"Damn,
doesn't it? Out of all the ones.
damn." I don't know what it is about my hearing, but like, I probably need to get it tested. But I always feel like I could be existing on a higher hearing plane.
I know the feeling.
Like, yeah, I just need them to pop or something. But
yes.
yeah,
Should we do like a trip to get our hearing tested?
I genuinely love that. I actually could do with my sight being tested as well. I think
Oh.
it's fine, but I wouldn't mind it.
Do you know where we should all go?
Boots.
Yes.
No, I mean Boots is also
Boots
great.
does it.
Specs
Boots does
savers.
it.
Turkey. 'Cause,
What?
I know obviously people
Huh?
go over to Turkey for like cheap hair transplants and stuff.
Yes.
But you can go to this medical centre.
Are you going to go to a hair transplant?
No.
Okay.
I was very telling that's your first thought though.
You opened with it. You opened with it.
Yeah, fair
We're,
play.
why are we in Turkey otherwise?
Because they have this massive medical centre where you can have a full body MOT and it's like £600. You also stay on site and there's like an all-inclusive restaurant and a pool.
This is a con.
No, I get TikToks about it all the time. It's real.
That's a con.
No.
Okay, I'm actually
at least
fuck
3
him,
TikTokers
Andrew,
still
I'm
have
in.
organs.
Okay, tell me everything. So what's the MOT?
They just like they do scans of everything. They take bloods. They do a physical. You can have
You
like
can
a
get
full.
that in the UK.
Shut
but,
up!
It's like very cheap in Turkey, and you also have this
Jesus.
beautiful resort. And yeah, they just treat you very well.
Come on.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, imagine if they graded you for how good your body is at the end and you got a V good.
I just think it's none of
How
my...
about if you got a nice
I
underline?
honestly, there's enough stuff. Everything I know about my body worries me. I don't need to know anymore. Thank you.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm
mean.
like, that's none of my business. If it hasn't come up, then just leave it alone.
I don't know.
Are you not terrified that there's always something lurking underneath?
If this is like those people who ask their partners what they'd give them out of 10. I'm like, what What are you doing?
Sorry, what?
I know people who've asked their partners, like, if you had to give me a score out of 10, what would it be? And it's like, are you high? Exactly, Em. Exactly. Exactly.
So you have to say 10,
I
obviously.
think it's 9 is acceptable because it's like, I don't put you on a pedestal. But I still think, 10 is probably the only acceptable answer. But also my point is, like, where are you going with that question? In the same way that, like, if I can't afford an MOT, first of all, which I can't, I'm sure as fuck probably can't afford whatever it is I need to get done to get fixed if it's not an emergency. So just leave it alone.
I'm kind of with Andrew, though, because I'm just sort of like, it's the unknown that I'm just sort of like...
Okay, but here's the thing. What could a doctor... Let's just say there's something, right, that the doctor needs to tell you. Like, they do an MOT and they're like, ooh, here's some advice. I'm guessing we could all probably posit what the first 5 things a doctor would tell us are. And I don't want to hear them. That's why I haven't changed any of those things in my life. And I feel like we all feel the same.
No, I want to know.
Yeah.
Helen, do you smoke?
Yeah, but I didn't smoke for 4 days. 3 days. 3 days. I didn't smoke all weekend.
Right, but do you know what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, but I think that's a really good step in the right direction, and I'm proud of myself. And yeah. Yes, they'll tell me the smoking thing, but there's other stuff. Like, remember when I sprained my ankle and I found out there was an extra bone in my foot growing out my bottom of my foot?
Jesus Christ.
That was
I
good
had
to
that
know.
when I was
You've got the calcaneum spur thing?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they called it, but yeah.
And it's like this, like a little dinosaur at the bottom of your heel. And it's like, oh, that explains why my heel hurts all the time.
Yeah, I think
Because
they do have
there's an
that.
extra bone that's going to start digging into the skin one day. That's going to be very painful.
They called it canconelophysitis.
Maybe that's what it is. And I've changed it to calcaneum spur because I can say it and remember
It
it.
could just be different things.
Feels very Roman. No, I like to think we've got the same
Calcaneum
foot
spur.
thing.
Yeah.
The fact that the level of disgust I feel even while this conversation is happening tells me I just don't need an MOT. I don't want to
But
know
I've
what's
also
going
never
on.
been to Turkey.
None
It
of my
sounds
business.
lovely.
Look at that. Look, it's lovely.
You can go
Let's have a
without.
look at the
You
resort.
can go without.
Charming.
They're not going to steal your
Look
organs.
at that lobby. That's lovely.
You can go without them doing anything medical to you. You're just allowed to go
But
to Turkey
what's the point?
without going. You're allowed to go to Turkey without seeing a doctor. FYI, can that be a PSA? You are allowed to go to Turkey without seeing a doctor. You can just go there. Have a nice time. Yeah.
But while you're over there, you might as well get something done.
No, I don't think
I'm in
so.
the area. Might as well get some. I've got the meat. I just need a lift.
Oh my god, it's a no from me.
There's like a whole page on Instagram of people coming back from Turkey and the planes. And so Neil got addicted to like it's just like it's just a plane
upsetting.
full of lads with their hair transplants.
Jesus.
It's incredible.
And women who can't sit down fully.
Why? Oh, because they're bums.
I'd never get a hair transplant. Once I did a gig and I have a joke about my hairline.
Yeah.
And this guy rushed backstage and he was like, I went to Turkey. And he was like, oh, sorry, good set, by the way. I went to Turkey. And I was like pointing his head like, you never tell. I'm like, this isn't the after gig feedback I want.
No.
What?
No,
Yes.
definitely not.
You'd never.
Never, no.
How come?
I think it scares me. Also, seeing all the like little pricks on the head with the little blood dots. Oh, no, horrible.
Yeah. I think that if I started to lose my hair, I probably would.
Would you?
No, yeah, I think I probably would get a hair transplant if I have a very high forehead, and sometimes people ask me if my hair is receding.
Who is asking these questions?
Yeah, people are terrible, but
That is awful.
it's not. Thank you. It's just always this
She's
high.
just got a massive weird forehead.
massive forehead.
Leave her alone. She's just got a fucking
I just
freaky
have a fucking
forehead.
giant 5 head, and it's none of your business. Thank you. Just like Queen Elizabeth, which is why I answer her in all quiz questions.
Does Queen Elizabeth have a freaky forehead too?
Famously large forehead.
Did
But
you
that
get-
was that was in vogue. So they used to, in that era, whenever it was, used to shave back the hairline to create a higher forehead because it was seen as aristocratic.
Love changing fashions.
Isn't
when
it
stuff like that,
astonishing?
when you're like,
Yeah.
I can't believe that was such a desired thing. And
Yeah.
it's like, 'cause I mean, the famous one for our generation people talk about is the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Right? Like for our generation, it was like, the less eyebrow you have, the better.
Yeah.
And it's gone so wild now.
Sweet God, and some poor women are left with the remnants of that forever and ever and ever.
I know some plucked, but they were so fit then. Thin eyebrows is back.
No, I will never, ever, ever allow that to happen to me again. Never.
When is the upper hair lip coming back in? That must have been a thing for a while.
Back in. Feels
Everything
strong,
was in
feels
at
strong.
some point.
Yeah, it is astonishing how God, how brief that's so hilariously brief window of Curve was back in for a second there, body positivity, until everyone realised, oh, there's a tablet, fine, we don't have to be positive about our bodies at all. Oh, thank God. I always have to be positive about my body. Thankfully,
Hips are still in, aren't they?
just about, I'd say.
I think hips
I'd
are
say
in,
just about.
Tell the tube chairs, make them wider. We'll start there. You know what? I sat on my first chair that I would say was genuinely too tight the other day.
Where?
I was having a walk, hot girl walk.
I love
we
that
love
you
that
took
for
a
me?
sit on your walk. Where? Well, I was having a walk. I'm going to need you to roll back. Sorry.
I was having a walk, having a break
Yeah.
from the walk. And sat down on what I thought were these absolutely charming chairs.
Yeah, where?
In which park is it now? Burgess Park.
Where's that, my love?
Charming. It's like towards Elephant and Castle.
Fine. Okay.
Right? And sat down and I was like, I genuinely think if I stand up, this chair is coming with me.
Fuck, I
It was
hate
like
that.
metal.
I hate
It was
that.
so painful.
It's ridiculous.
Like, who the fuck is this built
While
for?
we're on this, could there be one fucking toilet engineer, designer, whoever, who thinks, I don't, like, yes, I'm sorry, I mean, it's public bathroom, who doesn't think, maybe this bin for sanitary products doesn't need to touch a woman's thigh. What if it was far enough away that I could sit down without sitting on it? Why is it so fucking close? Make them lower and longer if you need to, but why is it always in my business?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And while we're redoing the toilets in the UK,
Go on.
let's talk about the wave and flush. What are we doing with our broad-backed women
Yes.
who every time they sit down in the toilet, it flushes immediately?
Put 'em higher, put 'em higher,
They
put 'em
lean
higher.
forward to get the toilet
Yeah,
roll.
put 'em
We're
higher.
having a flush again. I'm up to about 4 flushes before I'm ready to fucking flush.
Let's not get rid of the wave and flush because some of us don't want to touch
Let's
that.
lift
Thank
it.
you. But let's raise it.
Let's
Raise the
lift
roof.
it.
Raise the roof.
Because
baby
my
girl.
body is waving that 24/7.
Mine flushes it, and I'm not as tall as you, so come on. I'm a 5'5" woman.
Mental. It's
Yeah.
mental.
It's deranged.
Also, love that my back is the same size as the hand, though. Like, little wave. Also, I should probably stop
Cute.
going on the toilet like this.
Yeah,
That's how I wee.
that's
just
an
wobbling.
odd move. But yeah, those are my thoughts, and
I've got another thing for the bathrooms.
please.
We definitely want our soap to come out just automatically.
Yes.
We
Oh,
do not want the hand pump.
yeah,
touch.
I know.
We've learned a lot since COVID.
Can we circle back
Go
to
for it.
the in the stall
Yes.
with those weird little? They like who put the tissue through that little like anus-sized hole? You know,
I'm with
you know
you.
the one where you're like, why am I pinching? Just fucking let it roll, man. Let it roll. Why? What is that? And then it gets caught, and then you're done. You're done. And then you need to wipe. But oh god, it's a
awful
fucking
out
nightmare.
there. It's all out there.
Do you know what I'm saying about those pinch little guys?
Yeah.
Why is it like, and you know it's in there, you know it's got a full roll in there, but look, Helen, get that out. Get that out. Get that.
It's impossible. No, it's
Get
impossible.
that.
I can't.
You have
I
to.
can't.
You have to.
No,
Everyone's
I have
waiting.
to drip
The girls
dry.
are waiting for
Yeah,
lunch.
so
The
now
girls
I'm
are
drip
waiting for
drying.
you
Now
for
I'm
lunch.
drip drying.
Oh my god.
And it's not okay.
There's
'cause
a whole
not everyone
roll in
does
here.
carry tissues with them everywhere they go. And also, can I say this? Can I say this?
Please.
When there's a queue
Yeah.
for a public bathroom,
Play some
people
music.
then spend longer in the stalls.
Say more on that.
100%, because they need a reward
You
for
think
their
it's like
waiting.
a status thing?
I'm telling you, the arrogance of people from the shift from the queue to the stall is mental. They're like, I've stood here for
I've earned it.
honestly usually about 3
This
minutes.
is my house now.
But they're like,
Can I say something?
This is mine. No
May
one can
I?
do anything.
May
Go for
I?
it.
Public toilets. Why aren't we playing music?
Why are the hand
Why
dryers
aren't we
not
playing
always
music?
on?
What? Yeah. What are you? Why wouldn't you play music? Who wants stark silence in a
Perverts.
bathroom?
Perverts.
It's just so. It's like public shaming. It's like, what are you doing? Just fucking play the song.
Yeah. Because I know people are piss shy. Like, let's just have a couple of tunes going. What would be your ideal public toilet playlist?
Loud. Don't give a shit what it is. Loud. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be heard. Just play it.
What about something to like encourage, like
Water
don't go
sounds?
chasing waterfalls?
Listen to the rivers and the
I don't
trains
need
that
it to
you
be
used
quirky.
to.
I just need it to be loud.
There's an audiobook on Audible of Rachel McAdams reading Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
that'll
be
work.
charming?
That'll work.
Just like
work.
Anne of Green Gables, and you sit down
But
and
if
have
it's
a
a
shit.
book, if it's a book, it needs to be playing in every toilet at all times, so that you can be like, oh, I've not heard this bit before, so you can piece the story together at some point.
That's lovely.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
There's so much we could do if they were willing to put the money in, but that's the British government for you.
No, I'm saying the same.
Could you imagine if I'm like, thank God the Conservatives, thank God those fucking Tory fucks are out, because now we can get solving the real problems in broken Britain. Let's fix our toilet.
Rachel McAdams, Anne of Green Gables, go.
And let's figure out a floating
Have
bin.
you watched Disobedience yet?
Disobedience.
How many times do I have to tell you? Rachel McAdams, Rachel Weisz, lesbian movie, go.
I haven't watched.
Pardon?
Emma's asking if Catherine thinks
Yeah, I
it's
think
good.
it's good, and also it's not about it being good, Em. It's about it being fucking sexy. Don't listen to her. Look at me.
Em said, like
Yeah.
not quite sure.
It's got drama, it's got intrigue, and it's sexy.
Problem, is it a movie, yeah?
Yeah.
I will watch it. It's just that,
Have you seen Carol? Save that for Christmas.
no, but you did
Save that
mention
for
Carol the other
Christmas.
day, and I saw it popped up on like a streaming service. So I was like, it's
That's
there.
for Christmas.
Do you want to know what I did watch while you were being very busy and working and doing
Go
lots of
on.
stuff? Obviously still watching a lot of new films. Done some absolute clangers recently. Karate Kid. Not as good as you think.
I love Karate Kid, the entire series. Have you watched the one with
Series.
Yeah,
Cobra
there's
Kai.
yeah.
I've watched one.
No, not Cobra Kai the series. Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid 2,
Oh, it's the
Karate
movie
Kid.
series. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
No, I saw one.
Hilary Swank is the girl one.
No, that's boxing. It's $1 Million Baby.
No, Hilary
Idiot.
Swank was the girl Karate Kid.
The girl one.
The Karate Kid S. Yes.
Oh, slay. I just watched.
Sorry, this is such a funny photo. I don't know why it's so unthreatening.
If you type in Karate Kid, Hilary Swank, it's just there like that. That's $1 Million Baby, isn't it?
No, that is Karate Kid.
it's so
The next
good.
Karate
The
Kid.
next Karate.
He finds
Okay.
her because she's walking across the street and then a car skids around the corner and then she jumps up onto the bonnet. That's her reflexes. And I did karate.
Is it
when
the
I
same
watched
as
The
Tamagi?
Karate Kid. Yeah. I watched.
Slay.
You have to understand that I did karate from 8 to 18, and I fucking loved the Karate Kid films.
What? Sorry. 1 second.
I have a European bronze medal in karate.
What? 1 second.
Yeah.
What? On behalf of everyone in this
We're
room.
3 years into this podcast. How are we just
knew
finding
this.
out?
And like 8 years into our friendship.
Oh yeah.
You did a decade of karate?
Yeah, at a very strange place called karate. I did Kantani Do, which is a specific type of get this, Irish Japanese mix, and
What?
the senseis often spoke Oscuelga. I think it was sort of an IRA front, but anyway, yeah, we competed.
Oh, that's
If
fun.
you gave me all of my friends on a picture and said which one learnt karate for a decade, you would be the bottom
Really?
of my 100%.
But I have such strong legs.
It's nothing to do with your fitness. It's vibes.
Really? Yeah.
I am so surprised.
Really, yeah, it was really intense. We did I did it twice a week, Saturday afternoons and Wednesday evenings.
Oh, you were in.
Yeah. And it was really intense, and it was mainly men and a couple of us, like 2 women and 3 girls, and the fitness element of it was really intense. So you'd have to run circles and circles and circles of this huge gym, and they would call
I believe
orders,
it's called a dojo.
and they would call orders. So it would be like jumps or push-ups or sit-ups or punches, and it would just go on forever and ever and ever. But it's like the only time in my life I've ever had a 6-pack.
Stop it.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
I didn't have a 6-pack for 10 years, no, but for a very brief period I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
intense abs.
And what colour belt did you have?
I got to blue, but it was years in the making of this process. So honestly, every belt took so long, because it was white and gold,
Yeah.
yellow and gold, green and gold, red and gold, blue and gold, brown, black and white, black.
Oh, that got confusing.
It took forever. It took honestly so long.
I'm in awe of you right now.
Thank you. My first crush was a
How
boy at
did-
karate. Maybe not first. My first boy crush was a boy at karate.
Oh my god. I'm fascinated. My friend's dad taught karate in Bracknell
Whoa.
to kids, but I never went. But apparently he started every lesson with "Remember, kid."
Love that. We used to do this like really long.
Oh no, I
stretch
didn't
to
finish.
Oh yeah.
It went,
I
love
thought
that.
he'd be like-
I love that. We're
Very
moving on.
droll.
I love that.
Welcome to my life, motherfucker. That's what it feels like.
Okay. Can I try again, please?
Remember, kids.
Remember, kids, we learn karate, so we never have to use karate.
That was a big one. They loved to say that. They loved to.
Is that like a thing?
Yeah, we used to also do a lot of. So we would do on Wednesday nights was the senior class, and after that we would do self-defense. Go on.
Senior class being like senior school age or OAP seniors?
No, it was no kids.
Oh.
So it was like, so you had to be 15, I think, to be in that
Oh,
class.
I
So on
was
the weekend, every age group was in.
Okay, great.
And so on Wednesday nights, it was like older group. And after that, they would do self-defense classes. And it was honestly, okay, trigger warning. I'm going to talk about the kinds of scenarios in which you'd be attacked. It would be with like the greatest degree of like absolute disregard for human emotion. It would just be like an older Irish man being like, right, so this one would be like if a man comes at you in the night with the dark, like in the dark with a knife, and you'd be like, sorry, what? Sorry, like this one would be if a man jumps on you when you can't see him. This one would be if there's no point in screaming, that kind of stuff, and you'd be like, oh my god. You'd be like leaving, being like, I'm just gonna run to the car, Dad.
Extracurricular.
And they used to always open with this at the end of that when we did the self-defense, because we did weaponry as well. But they used to always open with this, and his wasn't remember we use karate, although he did say that to never use karate. He used to always just say, remember girls, ultimately you're never really going to win against a man. And he wasn't saying like in terms of skill, he was just like, they can have never done any of this, but they'll just be bigger and stronger than you, so run if you can. Thank you, Sensei.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Intense. It explains my personality of fear, though.
yeah, it does explain
Yeah.
some things, and it's also like, fuck, that's grim.
Yeah, it was really grim. But also,
What else don't I know about you?
like I have taken a punch and a kick, and that is a good thing, I think, to have like get the fear of that out of your way sometimes.
You punch and a kick at the karate.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought separately you had.
No,
Yeah,
that
Catherine's also been in a fight club
Yeah.
for 6 years.
it was a fight club. But yeah, Ellen says the only way she can see it is if we'll play like, if she like tries to touch me.
You can
and
say
I'd-
play fighting. Me and Sunil play fight. Yeah.
Okay, but like if she tries to touch me, I have quite good reflexes on batting away.
Stop it.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah.
What got you into it?
A girl called Kelly Fraher.
Shout out Kelly.
Kelly Fraher. She was my best friend in primary school. We both did it together. Initially in Dunboyne, moved to the Cool Mind Centre.
I love this.
Yeah.
Do you ever want to pick it up again?
I'd love to. I genuinely would love to. I think it was a really fun way to exercise without thinking about exercise. And by that I mean like, I think when I watch Ellen go to football, she gets to play and then incidentally she exercises.
Yeah.
I always have to exercise kind of for the point of exercising, and I really liked that about karate and dance, but especially about karate.
I had that with dance. I did dance. I did tap in year 8 for a bit.
Yeah, and you just didn't really think about the fact that was just an incidental.
Yeah.
Fact you were learning a skill, and yeah, I really liked it. We used to, the only weapon I did was called the Joe, and it looks like a broomstick.
I love the idea that they just gave women like household objects.
No, the men did it too.
I know,
The men
the
did it
idea is
too.
like, come on, girls, let's see things that you'd have around the house that you'd be using a lot when
Yeah,
you're older.
come on, girlies.
Yeah.
If it's a man, run, and if you have to fight, use the broom. No, yeah, but yeah, I didn't tell you about this.
No one knew.
Oh yeah,
The shock.
I used to be able to do the splits, but only because an older Irish man, who we call Sensei, used to sit on my shoulders when we used to do stretching. They would sit on your shoulders until you could do the splits. Terrifying.
To Ireland, I guess.
Yeah.
To Ireland.
To Ireland. Should we do a problem from a listener?
Yes. Oh,
My
speaking
mind
of Ireland,
is
sorry.
so blown by you right now. Like, this is crazy.
I was just
Okay.
gonna
You're
say,
going to Greece. Catherine, you're 5ing.
Thank you so much.
speaking of Ireland, we're in Dublin next week.
We're in Dublin next week.
We're going to the Emerald Isle.
Yes.
I don't know why I said that.
Say it in the accent.
I was doing an impression of
Do
you.
the accent.
No, we're coming to Ireland and we're very excited. We'll be at the Laughter Lounge 19th of September. I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. I can't wait to meet the Irish Hogs. Is it going to be a room full of Catherines, do you reckon?
I'm trying to remember my tour show there.
We'll know based on how early they are.
Do
We'll
you know
know.
what I imagine? Have you seen the episode of SpongeBob where he meets his extended family and it's all just like different
No.
variations of Sponge?
No.
No, but that's so cute and I would like to see that.
It's a very cute episode, but I'm just imagining that we just walk in, it's just like sort of ginger variations of Catherine in different heights and sizes and shapes. Yeah.
That'd be cute.
Oh my God, a load of people every time I say anything going, no.
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 Ellen.
I'll
Oh
be
my
sent
God.
out.
Oh, please bring your friends as well because we haven't sold enough tickets yet to Dublin. And to be fair to the venue, they are like, do you want to sell a few more? And we do. The answer is we do.
And if anyone was
Um,
friends with Catherine from the dojo, we'd love you to come down and do
Kelly
some sparring. Please come down and do some sparring. In fact, reach out to me if you're a dojo friend. I'll get you in.
If
Like-
if anyone from Kentani Do Cool Mine wants to come to the old
Oh my God.
podcast recording, by all means, but especially Kelly Fryer, who
Do you
I
reckon
went
we
to
could get
school
you
with.
like an outfit
Gotta stop her
again?
saying her full name, maybe. What?
We'll get you the karate outfit.
Oh yeah, I had the white one.
We can get you
They're
a
actually
white, green, and
incredibly
orange belt.
comfortable.
I bet.
They are some of the most comfortable clothes you'll ever wear.
Slay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait.
You see,
Actually,
like,
would like to do it again. Does anyone know any good East London dojos that are female inclusive? Let me know.
I mean, if they're going to be anywhere, they're going to be in East London.
You know it. You
Yeah.
know it.
You'll be laughing. I reckon just ask some of the girls at Matitude and you'll be fine. Oh my God. That came out so
Wow.
much more now.
Somebody's got
Like,
attitude.
That was so
Somebody's
awful.
got some
I don't know, maybe ask
attitude.
some of the fucking bitches at Matitude. Maybe,
Like,
I
you
don't
hate
know.
me having other friends. You
I
hate
don't know
it.
what's
You
wrong with me.
hate it. Ying.
It's problem time, bitch.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Whoa.
You really had a curveball conversation, but I liked it. Let's do it. All right.
Thank you.
No, sure.
We have loads of exciting updates, by the way, but we'll put them in the extras, maybe.
Extra.
Yes, because we don't have time to do them
Okay,
right
okay,
now.
okay.
Patreon.com/TrustyHogs. Over 151 extra episodes available to you right now.
Also, I fucking love the problem updates. I like hearing that things are okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or not.
Or worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take either. Go on, Andrew.
Oh, well, here's a problem that is yet to be updated. It's very fresh. 3 days ago, this came in.
Oh my God, here we go.
Yeah.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press from F.
Hi.
Hi, F.
Hi, Hogs. I'm a 36-year-old bisexual woman who back in June broke up with her boyfriend of 16 years.
Slay.
Whilst
Whoa. You've been dating since you were 20 and you've only broken up in June. Okay, so July, August. Wow. 2 months after 16 years. Bloody hell.
whilst we loved each other very much, and still do on my part,
Aw.
our relationship did not survive various things we've gone through this past year.
Okay.
My problem is that as we got together so young and went to uni together, we have the exact same friend group.
Oh, dang.
Whilst me and my ex hope that we can be friends in the future, we know that we both have a lot of stuff to work through before we can even think about that, and therefore have been hanging out with our friends separately.
So mature.
Very.
However, it always feels like the elephant in the room whenever I hang out with friends. And whilst I'd love to talk to them about the breakup, I'm worried about making them feel like they have to choose a side. How do I learn to hang out with my friends now that I'm no longer in the relationship? I just want to be able to hang out with them normally, but it's very exhausting at the moment. Love you guys, F.
That's hard. And love you, F.
Love you, F.
Time's a healer is the main thing that comes to my brain,
Yeah.
right? Like, over time, this will get easier, but
Yeah.
does not help you as of right now.
I think from experience,
Here we go. Here we go.
there isn't a right answer to this question, but that I do think I can't be doing with elephants in rooms. I have to talk about the thing. So what I tended to do, whether this was right or wrong, I don't know, but what I tended to do and what worked best for me was to say to each friend when I hung out with them, like, hey, this thing's obviously going to be a thing. Sometimes I'm going to want to talk about it. What's your feeling on that? And then I would keep them updated on how I felt about hearing about the person.
From the perspective of being someone
Yeah,
who
so
was in
with-
the relationship, not as
yeah.
the friend. Yeah.
So with some of my friends, with a lot of my friends, I was like, I don't want to hear about this.
Mhm.
So if you hung out with them, I don't need to know. If you saw them, don't need to know.
Mhm.
And then when that changed, I'd be like, I'm actually okay with hearing about it if I ask.
Mhm.
And then other times it would be like, okay, I think I'm now at a point where you can mention them casually. And some people were like, I'm not going to be able to necessarily always not mention it. And I'm sorry if that makes you uncomfortable. Like sometimes I just will forget, or I don't want to like lie. And I was like, that's fair enough. But I had the conversation openly with each person.
Great.
And I asked people if they were comfortable talking about it with me, because you are in some cases asking them basically not to mention things to other people, the other person, right? Like you're basically like want to be able to have your feelings held, but not necessarily relayed to the other person.
Yeah. Which is a lot of girly wally relationships, right?
It's a lot of girly whirly
you know, but you
chats.
can't tell them.
Yeah, just because I'm saying this doesn't mean you can ever repeat it.
But
You know, the
obviously
usual.
you're going to, and then I'm going to be in a conversation next week and be like, oh my God, I can't believe she told you. And it's like, yeah, but you told me.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on? And then we end up going like, well, screw it, free the nipple.
Free the nipple. But also, I do think it doesn't get better fast, but it does get better.
Right?
Yeah.
Can we address the picking sides thing?
Yeah, I don't think why I don't see a world in which they'd have to pick a side just because
No,
you
I
want
don't
to
think
talk
so either.
about it. Like I think that it's tricky. People will often victimize the person who's been left, and they will sometimes victimize themselves. Guilty. And but I think everyone knows you have to be able to leave relationships. And
Yeah.
you have to be able to. But
I think
yeah,
the picking
it's tough.
side thing, particularly like F's in their 30s, like it's just like it can feel like people are picking sides, but I don't think people actively are. They're trying to hold on to like their friendships.
Yeah,
And
true.
I think that your awareness of side picking, and obviously as the friend, you can be aware that it could be construed that you're picking a side.
Yeah.
But I don't think people want to or necessarily are.
No, I think it's more uncomfortable for people. They're more panicked that they might seem like they might be. Yeah.
Also, like your friends will fuck up. And so will you. You'll at one point ask for information that you actually didn't want to know.
Yep.
Or
Oh
you'll
my God, yep.
cut yourself off from information and then find something out by surprise randomly from
And then
a
be like,
the
why did
completely
nobody
third party.
tell
Yeah,
me?
why did no one
Yep.
fucking tell me this was happening?
Yep.
So like there will be just your feelings to it will change, but just like inevitably there will be one friend in this friendship group that you are just closer to than everyone else, and as long as that friend and you can have that complete transparent back and forth, so you're not alone with it through the breakup, I think that's fine, right?
But gosh, these are completely normal feelings. I think the thing that is quite embarrassing, that you feel quite like shame around, is like, oh God, making anybody feel uncomfortable, making anybody think that you care, making anybody think that you don't care, making them all sort of drawn into it. Is like,
Yeah.
it's not your fault, and that is the risk of, building a life with someone.
Yeah.
And I promise you, none of them have to deal with it like you guys do, so it's fine.
Happens if we break up. Like what happens to Andrew and Em?
What do you mean?
Like if we broke up
Yeah.
in like years and years to come,
Yeah.
like something like I end up in hospital again for eating
No,
something and you're like, I can't do this
I fully
again.
understand the part where we break up, but what do you mean what happens to Andrew and Em?
Do they have to pick sides, or should we just like pick now? Because I think I'd want both.
Right.
For emotional support.
Yeah.
Also to like link me to the queer community really nicely.
Yeah, interesting.
Also, I feel like you have a girlfriend
yeah.
and I'm single, so I might need the support. So I think I'll take both. Thank you.
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah, I've always found like ultimately they choose themselves, so I'm cool with that.
Really?
Yeah, they'll ultimately find their best places.
Bitch. Do you
I'm a mother in court who'd be like, put the kids on the stand, motherfucker.
You are.
Put them up there.
I know who they'll pick. Mummy loves you. Mummy loves you. Never forget
I wouldn't
that.
even need to say
Who did your
anything.
homework for you? Who got you that A in English? You're bloody welcome.
Don't need to say any
you
of that. If you've done it, you don't need to say any of it.
Oh my God. Genuine question. Do you ever being the one in the relationship that then like being in F's position, is it also like a really good chance to like cull some people?
Oh my God, you must. I used to do some stand-up
Right?
about
To
this.
look at the benefit of it.
I used to stand up about this, that a breakup is a beautiful opportunity to lose the friends that they were friends with and you also knew. And I think there is something to be said for a tactical, like what you want to do is like think carefully when somebody from their side of the fence, as you might consider, or ideally someone who like you want them to have, messages you with like a really effusive, like, oh my God, poor you like, you want to keep that response like, thank you for reaching out, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
But not, oh my God, thanks so much, I'd love to see. Thank you, I really appreciate you for reaching out. Thank you so much. Bye. See
I just got
ya.
a message from someone I've just realised. No! Am I being cold? I'm being cold.
Maybe.
That's okay. Okay. Oh.
But F, you got this. And the hardest part is sort of done. You've ripped off the Band-Aid, but fuck me, it doesn't get easy quick.
Have a fish supper tonight? Fish and chips? That usually makes me feel a bit better.
I do love a fish and chips. To be fair, that does make you feel
A
better.
lovely chippy tea.
But
Oh, yeah.
only 2 months after the breakup. Oh, you might be getting your appetite back by now.
For sure. I'd have a chippy tea if I were you.
Do you think?
Yeah. And get a bread roll with it.
And
What?
curry sauce.
And curry sauce.
No,
and
soft white bread, not a
make
bread roll.
Make a chippy curry sauce
You're doing that on a
sandwich.
soft white bread. You're not doing that on a bread roll.
You get baps in fish and chip shops in this country.
No, soft white bread. Come on, grow up. Come
And
on.
then or make a bit butty.
A what butty? A bit
You know when
butty.
you get bits or scraps, just the batter that's fallen off like the fish and stuff, and you put it in a sandwich with ketchup.
Are we trying to get F to slowly kill themselves?
Maybe that's what we're saying.
No!
It's not. It's just gonna suck for a bit, but you got to look at the positives of it.
And F, do you want a podcast to listen to? Because speaking of putting children on the stand and culling, I've been listening to a podcast.
I'm nervous, Catherine.
I've been listening to a podcast about people with fictitious disorder who do Munchausen's by proxy, and it's called No One Should Believe Me, and it is absorbing. So
Obviously,
you're welcome.
I'm in.
I know.
Obviously
Yes!
I'm in. Damn it, Catherine. Is
I'm
this
so obsessed with women with fictitious disorder. I can't stop listening to podcasts about them.
I genuinely can't believe you keep finding them. It's
Yeah.
impressive.
Wait, can you just?
No one should believe me.
Fictitious disorder.
No, it's just called No One Should Believe Me.
No one. Oh my god, my podcast is so tragic. Listening to Back to the Bar.
Oh, F, good luck. Let us know how you get on, my love. And listen, like they say, it just takes half the time you're together to get over them. So give it another 7 years, 10 months, and you'll be grand, my sweet. Enjoy the fishy chips. Have a good week, everyone. See you for the updates.
Oh
on
my god, I'm
episodes.
sorry, everyone has to listen to this podcast because the names of the episodes are so depressing. But also, like, I can't believe that we just recommended for this sweet person who's going through a breakup.
But it's good.
Listen to a podcast about women with fictitious disorder.
But I think it's important to listen to people whose lives are worse than yours.
Oh
when
my
you're going through a
That's why we
breakup.
have so many listeners.
That's why we have so many listeners. Helen, say goodbye.
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 See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, executive producers in that lounge there. Thank you so much for joining us. Guy Goodman, Simon Moores, Annie Tonner, Stefanie Catracchia, Oliver Jago, Anthony Conway, Neil Redmond, Madeline Quinne, Grace O'Reilly and Lily. Thank you all so much.
And thank you to our producers. I will be doing this all in one breath. And a northern accent. Elle, Richard Bold, Harald van Dijk, Tim and Dom, David Walker, Rachel A, Sadie Cashmore, Claire Owen-Jones, Jess and Nick, Sarah, Molly, Raia Fink, Cordelia, Rachel Page, Helen A, Tina, Linsey, Graham Marsh, Amie O'Riordan, Abbie Worf, Matt Sims, Luke Bright, Leah, Kate Spencer, Tristin, Liz Fort, Taz, Anthony, Clove, Becky Fox, Dean Michael, Sophie Chivers, Carey Seuthe, Charley A, Casey, Jam Rainbird, Nathan Smith, Amanda McCall, Tamsin Smith Harding, Hannah J, Ezra Peregrine, Bryn. 2 breaths, but still not bad.
Pretty fucking good, actually. You didn't drop the accent.
Thank you so much.
I really, a lot of respect for that, actually. Huge.